What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, Mr. Solo Dolo here, back with another review video. And this time, excuse my hair, by the way. Oh my god, my hair is a mess. But it's sitting around the house today. But anyway, I'm here to give you my review on Future's brand new album, Honest. This album took a long time to come out, man. 22 months almost for this album to come out, man. It's finally hit. I can't say that I was anticipating this album because I really didn't like Future's first album, Pluto. I felt like it was just, I didn't really feel it. I wasn't really feeling it. It was a couple songs that I liked, and it was like, yeah, the rest of the album I just wasn't feeling. You know, a song I did like in the album was Turn on the Lights, Never End, and I believe that was it. I only like maybe 2 records on the album and stuff. I really didn't like the album like that. I really wasn't feeling. So I was hoping with this album, he was going to actually come with something, with an album that I could actually enjoy from him. Did he do it? Not really. I hate to say it. I was really looking forward to trying to enjoy this album. It was a chore to try to get through this album. But I felt like I think Future is going for a crossover appeal, kind of some of these songs. Like the first track, Look Ahead. The sample he uses for that song is kind of like that was the only really good thing about the song to me, was the Look Ahead record. Future just being Future on the song. I never felt like Future was a good lyricist or anything. He's not really. He's a great songwriter. I give him that. The boy can write some songs, but he just doesn't have much, you know, lyrical in depth. What I mean by that, he's not a lyricist, basically. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing, because sometimes some of the best MCs have not been lyrical. Look at Tupac. You know, he wasn't one of the best lyricists, but he was great at telling stories, and he was a great songwriter. You know, and sometimes that's a good thing and a bad thing. But this day and era, I hate how a lot of rap fans feel like, oh, he has to be lyrical for him to be a rapper. Not necessarily. Rap is also a form of emotion as well, where the struggle you went through and stuff. So it's all about telling the story, really being able to tell the story, and sometimes also about spitting hard bars and lyrics and stuff. But Future, he falls between that Rich Homie Quan type thing with me. Now, I like Rich Homie Quan way more than I like Future, because I feel like Rich Homie Quan has more emotion in his music than Future does. Future, he's more of a catchy type guy. You can't really expect like, oh, you know, he's going to be spitting some hard bars on a track. No, he's just going to be Future. And that's what I got with this album, Future being Future. You know, the first track, Look Ahead, a nice little switch up for an intro track here, you know. I was actually like, okay, this is pretty decent. This is pretty dope, you know, for a Future album. Then we get a t-shirt, and then I'm like, oh shit, we about to get this same old Future trap shit. I'm not a fan of trap music. You know, I feel like it has times where trap can be very catchy, but I'm not a fan of it. You know, and t-shirt track number 2 is the epitome of trap music. I didn't really enjoy this track. Just, I'm not feeling the trap shit. I don't feel that trap stuff. I don't really feel it. You know, just give me an album, you know, with less trap. And that was a problem with me with, you know, Pluto. It was just not enough depth. It was just more trap music, you know, more catchy music, you know. And I was hoping with this album, Future was going to try to switch it up a little bit and give me some more in depth on his music and why I should be a Future fan. But I just didn't get that with this album. And t-shirts, a trap song, Future just being Future. The beat was nice. Once again, I will give Future credit. When he does the trap music, his beats do be pretty nice. So I give him credit on that. His trap beats do be nice. But it's just, it comes repetitive. It's like, no matter how good the production is, it's repetitive, you know? Move That Dope, decent record. I like this record. Pusha had a decent verse. Kind of forgettable verse, but a decent verse. Pharrell had a okay verse. You know, Casino, okay verse. Future just had the worst verse throughout the whole song. And it was bad in a good way. Just the way he was rapping, he kind of like had the Migos type flow on this track. I mean, the beat is dope as hell. I love the beat. But Future verse is just hilariously bad. It's not even funny. It's just very hilariously bad, but it's good bad. You know, like, you know how you have one of those movies that's just so fucking bad that you actually enjoy it? That's what his verse was like on this song. Then My Mama featuring Wiz Khalifa. Once again, another trap record produced by Mike Will Made It. Future and Mike Will Made It have great chemistry together. That's how Mike Will Made It produced one of Future's biggest hits and Turn Off the Lights and stuff. So they have great chemistry together. And I can say Mike Will Made It has made Future sound one of the most dominant sounds on radio, you know, in the past couple of years and stuff. My Mama featuring Wiz. I thought it was just gonna be an emotional track about his mom or something, but this was just a trap song, you know. My mama didn't raise no hope, you know, basically. Okay song, trap song are very repetitive. I just can't stand the trap formula. The same old synthesizers, drum pattern. I just don't like the trap formula. I just don't like it, and it really causes me to get turned off on the song. The beats can be very good at times, but it's just the synthesizers and the drum patterns get very repetitive. It all sounds the same, you know. And it's a decent record. I mean, it ain't nothing to go home about or talk about, but it's an okay record. Wiz being Wiz on this record, I don't really come over the years. I've come not to expect much from Wiz after, you know, his first album and then his second album. And nowadays, I really haven't come to really expect much from Wiz, but talk about the same thing: his money, weed, and bitches. Really don't expect much out of Wiz. Move on. Track number 5 is Honest, produced by DJ Spinz and Metro Boom. Honest, okay record. Future doing Future on this record. You know, with that braggadocious rap, kind of like name another nigga that's hot. I'm just honest, you know. And at the moment, Future was the hottest thing in the rap game. You know, everybody was talking about Future. You know, the radio was playing Future songs on rotation. He was getting features, songwriter credit. He's done a lot from where he came from. You know, a year, you know, from 2012 when Pluto came out, nobody really knew who he was. When he came out with Racks and stuff, you know, nobody really knew who the hell Future really was and stuff. So for him to have a song like this, it shows, you know, it's showing. He's basically telling you that he's hot right now. You know, and he's telling the truth about it. You know, he's hot, and he knows he's hot. You know, then we got track number 6, I Won, featuring Kanye West. This record is hilariously bad. I'm sorry, but it just is. Like, it's hilariously bad. Like, I mean, it's produced by Metro Boom, and Metro Boom has great beats, no doubt about it. His beats, some of the better beats on his album, really. Metro Boom. I feel like Future should have Metro Boom produce more of his music than Mike Will made it sometimes. But this record is just hilariously bad. Kanye verse is hilariously bad. Future's verse is hilariously bad. Like, it's very hilarious, basically. Especially when Kanye was talking about, I made it over NBA players, ball players. Future, I mean, the chorus is the chorus is terrible. I just want to take you out and show you out. You know you the perfect one. When I'm with you, I feel like I don't want me a trophy. A trophy. I mean, Future, I understand him bragging about Sierra because you don't really hear much about Sierra being in the tabloids or being a hoe or being with different guys. But Kanye to say he has a trophy wife and Kim Kardashian, that alone is a hilariously idea. That alone, you know, it's a hilariously idea. And that's why I guess I can't take the song as serious as I want to. Decent record. I mean, not even a decent record, but the beat was decent. But what they were talking about on the song was just hilariously bad and funny. Never Satisfied featuring Drake, a little interlude track. Really disappointed with this record. The reason why? The length. I mean, 1 minute and 55 seconds? You got a record with Drake and you only have 1 minute and 55 seconds on the record? Like, I would have utilized Drake in the most best possible chance because if anybody can help you sell records, it's Drake. I mean, I don't get the whole thing behind this song. I mean, it was a decent interlude. You know, Drake being Drake on the record. Drake's one of my favorite rappers. That's probably why I'm more disappointed with this record because Future could have utilized Drake and made a full song with Drake. I don't know why he took a Drake feature and just had it as an interlude, but whatever the case may be, if you hear it, you know, it's okay. Nothing really decent about it. I mean, it's just okay. It's there. Then we got IBU. Man, what can I say about it? Okay. I mean, it's nothing really to talk about with these songs. I mean, really. I mean, I listen to this album. I'm expecting something. I don't know why, but I'm just expecting Future to give me more depth on his music and stuff, and why I should be a Future listener and why I should like Future. And he just gives me the same old crap. You know, I feel like Pluto was more memorable than this album. I mean, I really felt like because on Pluto he did have songs like Never End, you know, or The Truth Gonna Hurt You that stood out, that made Future a reckonable force. He may not have been the best rapper, but the guy could write songs, and with the right production, he could definitely be a force to be reckoned with when it comes to writing music. But this album, I don't know what Future was doing with this album, man. I mean, the album is, I mean, some of these songs are here just was like really lazy, kind of like, in a way. I mean, all this acclaim is getting really, I was expecting a acclaimed album. You know, that's why I say sometimes with critics, you know, they give albums acclaim, but you listen to it, it's like, this album doesn't deserve to be really acclaimed, like praised. I mean, albums that should be praised are like albums that go under the radar sometimes, you know? But Covered in Money, another trap song, just forgettable. Like, I had got a headache listening to it. I had to turn my iPhone down, you know, just to fucking listen to the record and shit. Just okay beat. The beat was pretty dope to it, but other than that, nothing Future's really talking about except for money. Special, a decent track. I actually liked this song, Special. It was pretty good. 808 Mafia produced it. Another great beat. Future did okay on the record talking about something. I like the chorus to the hook. I actually enjoyed this song. Ben's Friends featuring Andre 3000. This is one of my favorite records on this album. No, this is my favorite record on this album. This record right here should have been on Andre 3000's album. I tell you why. Because even Future was rapping like Andre 3000 on this record, man. I'm telling you, this is one of the record. This is the best record on this whole damn album. Andre 3000 murked it, killed it. And I believe he kind of ghost wrote for Future on this record, because Future was sounding a lot like Andre 3000 on this record. But this is my favorite record on this whole entire project. This is the only song really that I really can go back and listen to over and over and over and over again. Only record. That's sad to say, but it's the truth. And then we got Blood, Sweat, and Tears. I enjoy this record because for once, Future is talking about his struggle. You know, what he did to you know, get where he's at, and how fame is not the best thing in the world. Finally, you know, this is what I wanted from this album, man. I wanted Future to be honest. But I got a bunch of songs, some trap songs and songs talking about, you know, he won and stuff. I mean, I understand you're hot right now. I understand that you're dealing with fame and stuff, but talk about the pressures of fame. That's what's wrong with a lot of rappers. They get famous, but all they can talk about is the money they got. You act like you don't go through anything. Talk about something you go through, man. You may not be the best lyricist, but what make up for not being the best lyricist? Actually talking about something, but in your own form of fashion or unique way. That's what makes Rich Homie Quan so hot. Because Rich Homie Quan actually talks about the struggle with fame sometimes, and actually talks about how people can be fake. He actually talks about something. He may not be the best lyricist, and no, you don't go to a Rich Homie Quan looking for, he's a lyricist. No, he just writes good music, and he has great production, and he's very unique the way he tells his story. You know, but I mean, overall, this Future album was, and then you got Deluxe. Hold on, then you got Deluxe. I did like Shit. I do like Shit. I like Shit. Shit is that record for me. I heard Shit last summer, and man, I'm telling you, Shit is my record. The beat is insane. I love the beat. Karate Chop, pretty dope record with Wayne and Future. I like that record too, but not as much as I like Shit. So overall, this album was just a miss to me. I mean, I went into this album looking for some in-depth, and I was hoping this album was gonna make me a Future fan, but it just made me realize why I really don't listen to Future like that. You know, it made me realize that because he can be very repetitive at times. The trap music makes him very repetitive, and I wish Future would just branch away sometime from that trap. You know, I know he still has a core fan base that came up listening to Future on trap, but still, this is your second album, and you're still doing the same thing you did on your first album with the trap music. You know, your first album had songs that were very unique and well written. You know. And I'm sweating, Jesus. But I mean, this album was it was a miss, man. I mean, I really didn't enjoy this album. It was just hard for me to get through this album. None of these songs have, you know, only song I really go back and listen to is the Ben's Friends with featuring Andre 3000. The rest of these songs I just were disappointed in. I just really didn't enjoy them. You know, I mean, I was ready to really get the album over with. You know, I mean, I just really didn't enjoy this album like I wanted to, and that's sad to say, but it's the truth, you know. But I mean, overall, I give this album, man, I mean, I enjoy Benz's Friends. I like shit, but shit's on the deluxe edition. I mean, wow, I'm just gonna have to give this album an F, man. I mean, just a big ass failure, man. I mean, this is his second album. I expect Future to come with some heat, but he didn't. He just did what Future. I mean, he just did what any other typical trap rapper would do on their albums. I mean, maybe it's just me, but I just couldn't enjoy this album like I wanted to. I really didn't. This album was just a miss. I mean, the hottest songs are the older songs, basically. Like, the best songs are the older ones. Like, shit. Like, Honest. Like, Karate Chop. You know? Only new song I'm not really like was the Ben's Friends featuring Andre 3000. That was because of Andre 3000, not because of Future. I mean, it's special. That was okay, but I didn't really die, you know? Blood, Sweat, and Tears, I liked that record too, but overall, I just enjoyed the whole album as a whole. I just really didn't, you know? And that's sad to say, but it's the truth. But anyway, give me your thoughts and comments on this album. Yeah, I know a lot of you might disagree with me on this. I know a lot of you may not like my opinion on this album, but I'm the type of person, if I like something, I like it. If I don't like it, I just don't like it. And this is one of those things where I just didn't enjoy this album like I wanted to. I just didn't. And I was listening to it like I listen to everything else with an open mind, but I just couldn't get into it. I couldn't come up here and say I enjoyed this album knowing that I didn't, you know. But give me your thoughts on this album. Like, subscribe, comment on this album. Give me your thoughts on this album. My next review will be Asher Roth's Retro Hash, which comes out tomorrow, so you probably get that review tomorrow. Whenever he releases the album, you probably get the review for it after I listen to it. Maybe later on, I don't know. It depends on time constraints. I'll probably give you another review later on in the day. I've given you two review videos today with this Honest review and then Iggy Azalea. Had not checked out Iggy Azalea's review, go check that out. I love that album. I think that's a solid album. I love the album and stuff. Probably gonna do a review on Drizzy Wright's album. Probably. I'll probably do a review on that one. I might do a Soulja review. I might. I don't know. I don't think I am, though. I don't think I'm going to listen to that. I'm not that big of a music head to listen to Soulja Boy, for God's sakes. But anyway, give me your thoughts on this album, future album. If you liked it, more power to you. If you didn't like it, yeah, I understand. But anyway, this is your boy, Mr. Soladolo here saying peace. I'll see you guys later.